Hi Muffins, and thank you for joining me back on my channel. This video is going to be featuring the Real Techniques Your Miracle Complexion Sponge, and it looks like this. And I purchased mine at Ulta. I wanted to really do a demo and a comparison with the original Beauty blender, and it comes in a little casing like this. I have 3 of them. That's how much I love them a lot. And when I came across this, I was like, I wonder how it compares to my Beauty blender. So let's just jump right into it. Let's talk about price first. So now I purchased mine on Ulta, like I stated before, and I bought this for $5.99. I've even seen them at some places where they are like $6.99, $7.99, but usually you can purchase them for $5.99. And the Beauty blender balls are $20 each. So that's a really big comparison difference. So I haven't used it yet, so I'm going to open it up with you Muffins. Right off the back, the feel of the sponge is a little bit more firmer than the Beauty blender. You have a lot more flexibility or give to it, sponge-like, and with this one you don't get that much. So it's a little bit firmer. Now when I read the packaging, it said that this side here, the flat side, is used, it's good for contouring around the eyes, and the side blend, you know, it's good for blending out things, and then the tip is good for the under the eyes. Now the difference is the flat side, so I really am curious about this. It does really fit into the corners and stuff of your eyes, which is really different. Now this one, because of the flexibility of it, I can still fit to contour and do all of that type of stuff. Now I use my Beauty blender for everything, to apply powders, liquid products, cream products, and let's see if this stands up to it. So this is the size of it before you wet it. Now you have to wet the sponge, so you would run it up underneath some water and then just squeeze it for both products of them. The firmness is really different, really different. I even like the tip part of it. It's a little bit more sharper than the Beauty blender. I think you probably could get in just a little bit closer, but let me go wet both sponges and I'll be right back. Okay, so I wet both sponges, and as you can see, the Real Techniques sponge is a lot more bigger than the Beauty blender, but they both expand a great deal. So I want to start off first. I'm going to do one side of my face using the Real Technique sponge and the other one using the Beauty blender. I'm going to start off first with my foundation. I must say also that the Real Technique sponge is a lot more, it has a lot more, is a lot more heavier than the Beauty blender, so I can say that much about it, just holding it first. Now I haven't used this yet, so this is pretty much a first impression for me also. So I'm just going to get my foundation that I always use, and what I normally do is just place a little bit on the side of my face. Now I'm just going to start off first with one side using one sponge and then the other one. So let's see how this blends in. It is really soft. I like that aspect of it, and it is really covering my face pretty well. It's not soaking up a lot of the product. It feels good on the face. And this actually covers a lot more of surface than my Beauty blender. I'm actually getting it done quite quick, which is really good. It blends in really well. Fits around the corners and stuff of my face really well. Wow, that was really easy. I like that. I really do like that concept of it. So let's start with the other side. Okay, so now I'm going to place some foundation on this side. I'm going to take my sponge and start blending. I can really, even doing this, I can see that the Real Technique sponge doesn't soak up as much as product as a Beauty Blender, just a tad bit less product, but they both look the same to me. It feels really good. So there really isn't too much of a difference. They both cover pretty well. The Real Technique sponge, just because it's a little bit more larger, it works better on the face. I mean, faster. You can get the product on your face faster. Okay, I want to see how it does with building up products on your face. So I'm going to take one more pump, like a half of a little bit more. And I'm going to go more into my problem areas. Now, we all know that this foundation that I'm using, it doesn't cover too much. It still leaves the skin a little bit more natural. But I want to see how it does with just really concentrating on one area. It blends in really, really nice. This sponge is really nice. That covered it really, really nice. That's really nice. That blended in real good. I like that. I like that. The way it blends the product into your skin. I'm going to take this side and just blend it in a little bit more. Okay, so now let's go on to concealer. Okay, so for concealer, I'm going to use my MAC Prolonged Wear concealer, and this is in NW45. So I'm going to take a little bit of that, and I'm going to place that underneath my eye. And let's see how that blends in. So I'm going to use the tip of the sponge. Works pretty good, guys. That worked really well too. So let's do the other side. The Real Technique sponge blend in a lot faster. I don't know, I think because it doesn't really soak up too much of the product and it's a lot more softer, but they still both give really great coverage. And you know, this the Real Technique sponge stays cooler. I don't know, I'm getting like a cooling sensation from the cold water that I used to put on the sponge. This one's a little bit more drying, but really nice. This one stays softer. Both of them are really, really nice. I don't know really if you can do too much of a comparison because they both are really gorgeous. So one more step. Let's see how it works with putting another concealer on top. Now I normally don't use this concealer, but I was kind of having a problem blending it in with a brush and stuff. I just really want to see how the Real Technique sponge does with this. And it's a lot more thicker. So let's see how it works with this product. Blends it in really nice. Wow. Really do like that. I really am impressed with this sponge. Really am impressed. Now I have used other sponges that were around the same amounts, but no way in comparison to this sponge right here. It's a lot more softer. It doesn't get hard. It's not stretching any parts of my skin, especially this delicate area here. And the difference between blending in that Tarte concealer with this one, because this one kind of soaks up a little bit more of the product, I have a little bit more work, just a tad bit more blended it in, but both of them blend like a dream. Okay, so that was my demo of using both of the sponges. Let me start off by saying that this is a really good dupe for the Beauty Blender. It really compares very, very well. It works the same. I love the fact that it's a lot more softer than my Beauty Blender. The Beauty Blender is a lot more firmer, but I like the give that this gives, so it's a lot more forgivable, and it blends in faster because it's a lot of area on the sponge. And I like this part here, the flat surface part, that it really covers a big area than say just the beauty sponge would really have to work a lot. This covers a lot more area on the face, and this sponge really is soft. So guys, what do you think? I think that this is a really good dupe, and which one would I choose? I would still I don't know if I can really choose between them, but if you want to go for an alternative or a dupe for it, I would advise you to pick up this sponge. It really is nice, and I think I'm going to buy a couple more of these because the price difference is really good. So that's my thoughts on it, Muffins. If you have any questions or anything, or if anyone has tried this sponge, leave your comments below and let me know what do you think about it. And if you have both of these sponges, which one do you like better? I really can't make a choice from it. I'm really still addicted to my Beauty Blender, but this is a fantastic sponge, like amazing. Okay, Muffins, well, thank you for watching. Bye.